we get in God's way. Not that he can't move us out of the way, but sometimes he wants us just to move ourselves out of his way. And we block our own blessings. Have you ever prayed for something a long time? I'm not talking about just a couple of days. I'm talking about a long time. As we've been watching The Chosen, and in this last episode we're looking at, they've named him Jesse, but he's the man who was crippled and has been at the pool of Bethesda, and in The Chosen it says he was there for 25 years. Can you imagine waiting that long for your healing? Whatever it is that you're going through, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be whatever it is. Can you imagine waiting that long for your healing? Most of us would have given up. And in the depiction in The Chosen, it said that Jesse kind of had lost hope. He was there where he thought he could get healed, but he really kind of lost hope because it had been so long. The children of Israel were in the wilderness, walking around for so long. But it was because they had lost focus on God that they had to do what they had to do before they could enter the promised land. What we don't want to do is lose focus on God, right? So when we sing the song, "Fill me up till I overflow because I want to run over," it's so that we don't lose focus on who God is. See, sometimes we can get focused on what God can do and lose focus on who he is. When we seek him for his hand and not for his face. Hear me clearly. Because in his hand are blessings. Yes, that is true. And we can seek God for blessings, but if that's the only thing that we're seeking God for, then we're not seeking God for God. This has nothing to do with my message, but I'll be finished in just a second. See, what it is God is trying to get our attention. Because we do lose focus. It's unfortunate but true. In this flesh, we lose focus. And so when we say, "God, fill me up till I overflow," it's so that I don't lose focus on you, that I don't lose focus on my source, that I don't lose focus on whose I really am. See, the enemy tries to attack our identity. And that's one of the tricks that he uses, and he tried to use it on Jesus, because when Jesus was in the wilderness after he had been baptized and the Holy Spirit came down and God said, "This is my son in whom I'm well pleased," go to the wilderness, and what does the enemy say? "If you be the son of..." Come on now. God just said, "This is my son." But the enemy says, "If you be the son of God, then, hey man, I know you're hungry. Turn these stones to bread." Attacking his identity. And that's what he does to us, to try to get us to forget that we are children of God. On this Mother's Day, and I know that all moms are not great, so we'll put that caveat out there. But for the vast majority, if it wasn't your mama, it was your grandmama. If it wasn't your mama, it was your auntie, right? If it was your somebody. Okay. The enemy tries to come in and tell you, you ain't got no mama. So back to it. Come on now, right? It's your mama. No, that ain't your mama. How can somebody convince you? Come on now. This is what the enemy tries to do, is to get you to think that God is not your father. But if you know who your mama is, and nobody can convince you otherwise, I'm done.